Victories in Michigan for both President Biden and Donald Trump last night put them one step closer to a November rematch. So what did we learn last night, and what is raising some alarm bells for really both of the campaigns? Stirewalt here to break it all down. Chris.
Okay, we can call this the Blake Berman inspired. This is Bermanian.
Okay.
This breakdown is Bermanian because here's what we're going to do. We're going to look at two counties in Michigan. A tale of two counties for Michigan. Look at the beautiful map here. Talk to the hand. Blake, do you know what's in Washtenaw County, Michigan?
The defending national champion Michigan Wolverines.
Ann Arbor is there. College town, and you see it's close to Detroit, which is right over there by Canada. And then down here on the watch band of Michigan is Kalamazoo County on the other side of Michigan. And do you know what's in Kalamazoo County, Michigan?
Not the University of Michigan?
Definitely not the University of Michigan, but a lot of socially conservative, tend to be socially conservative, very moderate. Kalamazoo, this is on the Battle Creek side, on the Kalamazoo and Battle Creek side. This is the Dutch Reform, squeaky clean, tulips and good living out there in that part of Michigan. So we have two different kinds of counties, and they tell two different stories. So here's what happened in Washtenaw County with the hippies, is Joe Biden got 78% of the vote to 17% for uncommitted. Now, the 17% for uncommitted was among the highest. They tied the highest share of uncommitted votes of any county in the state. Now, the uncommitted votes came from a lot of Arab American and Muslim American voters and a lot of peace protesters, but also, as we said, hippies. The people, and I say that lovingly, the young people in Ann Arbor who said, we got to send you a message, Joe Biden. If you don't drop support for Israel, we're going to drop support for you. So how does that compare to what happened in Ann Arbor and environs in 2012? Okay, Biden didn't do as well as as Barack Obama did in the similar situation, right? The 7.8 is a smaller number than 17%, but the turnout was enormous. Turnout was enormous, and this is something that should encourage Joe Biden. Yeah, 8,200 or so people came out to vote against him, but 37,474 people compared to fewer than 5,000 for Obama in similar situations. So that tells us a little something. Okay, now what about the wooden shoe crowd? What if we go out to the other side of the state and we talk about what went on in Kalamazoo County? Okay, here's what Donald Trump did. He won, for sure, bigly even. But it was his weakest county. It was among his weakest counties in the state. Why was it among the weakest counties in the state? Because these are Nikki Haley kind of traditional conservative voters, right? These are nice people. These are very nice people, and they like that brand of conservatism. And they're also more affluent. They're more college educated. These are more aspirational, kind of church-going kind of people than you see in a lot of the counties where Donald Trump did really well. And the place where Donald Trump did really well is up the Walter Reuther Expressway into places on the east side of Detroit. A lot of working class places. Okay, how did Trump do compared to predecessors? Look at the magic numbers. Look at all these faces. Little Mako, there he is. Ted Cruz, unbearded. John Kasich's hair, looking amazing. So compare and contrast that. One last thing before we go. I want you to look at these last two boards. Here we go, very quickly. Number one, here are the results from Washtenaw County in 2016. How did it go? It was a blowout, right? But Joe Biden did a lot better than Hillary Clinton. Is this a warning sign that Joe Biden could meet the same fate? Now, last one. Look at Kalamazoo. A similar story to be told here, right? Can Joe Biden get those squeaky clean, nice folks who may disagree with him on a bunch of stuff to go vote against Donald Trump? I guess my takeaway here out of all this, Blake, is turnout is high, baby. People are coming out to vote, and they love to vote for Donald Trump, and they love to vote against Donald Trump. And I keep waiting for the bottom to drop out of turnout in what are essentially uncontested primaries at this point. But the people keep going because the fever pitch remains high, and there's two big forces working at opposite directions in Michigan, and it's going to be close, close, close.
Stirewalt breaks it down. Thank you for watching, and make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.